Hey guys, in today's video, in the palm of my hand, I have 7 uncomfortable truths about tennis that you need to accept if you want to become the best player that you can be. All right, so let's get right into this video so we don't waste any time. Number 1, and this is really, really hard for tennis players to accept, is you can play your best match and still lose. You know, how does that happen? Well, you know, your opponent, who might even be your equal, might also be playing their best match and they end up beating you, or you're overmatched someday. You never know. The thing is you can play your best match and you can still lose. And what's really important to understand about this is the ability to go out there and always try your best. Subconsciously, because people know that they can play their best and still lose, lots of people hold on to excuses. And one of the main excuses is, well, I didn't give my 100% today. If I was giving my 100% today, I would have won the match. Or if I didn't play a pusher and they played real tennis, I would have won the match. You have to put all those aside and accept that no matter how good you play, you can still come up short. And that does not mean that you yourself are not good or a loser or anything like that. So the more you embrace this kind of mindset, you're gonna end up playing much better tennis on a consistent basis, which will result in more wins and more satisfaction with the game. Okay, number 2 on the list is you will always be nervous as a tennis player. At least most of you will. There might be a couple of you out there who go, well, I just don't get nervous when I play. First of all, congratulations, because that's not normal. Even the great Rafael Nadal, who is so clutch, so fearless, at least he looks fearless when he plays, claims that he gets very, very nervous in matches. So there's nothing wrong with you if you get nervous. What you want to do is you want to embrace the nerves, and you want to also understand that your opponent is also very nervous when they're playing, so use that to your advantage. Number 3, and this is pretty cool because I've been saying this for a while, and then I recently got an email from Patrick Martuglu, the guy who coaches Serena Williams and Sissy Paz, pretty much the entire tour. And he said the same thing that I've been saying to my list is, you're only gonna play good in the zone, which we all dream of playing, about 5 times a year. Most of the time when you go play a match, you're not going to be playing your best tennis. You're going to have something that isn't working. Tennis is the ultimate problem solver sport. So if you're gonna love this sport, what you have to love about the most is that it constantly is giving you challenges and problems that you have to figure out, and often without your best stuff. Hey, if you're enjoying this list so far, I would love it if you would do me a big favor. Give this video a big thumbs up, a like. If you do, remember, you get 100 free B2 puppy kisses. All right, let's continue with this list. Number 4, the 4th uncomfortable truth about being a tennis player is the work never stops. Okay, so if you're playing tennis and you're like, you know what, I've worked so hard on my game, I should be winning more matches. Guess what? You got to work harder. The work will never stop as a tennis player. You always need to, and there's so much to work on. You always got to keep working on your serve. You always got to keep working on your forehand, your backhand. Everything's going to need that fine tuning all the time. I'm sure there's certain techniques that can still get better. Your mental game you got to work on, your physical game. Yes, it's a lot of work. So you have to enjoy the work if you're going to love playing tennis. And that's again what the great ones love to do. You probably heard it over and over again that Roger, Rafa, and Novak, as they've got older, they've added tools to their game, and they become better players with age. So that's the cool thing, is the learning never stops, the improvement never stops. Keep working, keep progressing, and you're going to do so good on the tennis court if you do so. Okay, number 5. This is what's gonna trip you up. As a tennis player, you're gonna miss a lot, and you have to accept that. Even the best players in the world, they rarely go an entire minute, if you're just keeping a minute of actual play, without missing a shot. So that's gonna mess you up, because a lot of times in your lessons, coaches, and rightly so, are gonna say, hey, you gotta be more consistent. You shouldn't be missing that ball. You've gotta make shots. Never miss, right? How many times have you heard that from a coach or even yourself? Like, don't miss that shot, never miss. You gotta be more consistent. Yes, that's true, but at the same time, you've gotta be comfortable with watching yourself miss a shot in the net, watching yourself miss a shot wide, watching yourself miss a shot long. The key is to observe the miss And then instead of judging it, figure out how can you correct that miss. So if you're missing wide, was it because you were too early or too late? It all depends if you're going cross quarter down the line. You know, being able to problem solve again is going to be such a big skill to tennis players out there that's going to really help you navigate your way through the matches, because both players in the match are going to have their fair share of misses, but it's the ones who can clean up the mistakes the best without losing their temper, keeping their cool, and that's going to be who's going to come out victorious. So get used to seeing yourself miss a lot, but then learn how to quickly correct that mistake you just made. Okay, here we go. This is a big one. You got to get used to this. It's very uncomfortable. No lead is safe in tennis. So even if you're up 6-0, 5-0, guess what? You can still lose the match. And if you don't believe me, go ask Medvedev after he played Rafa Nadal at the Australian Open. In fact, Patrick McEnroe, who's watched Rafa play tons of matches, knows how mentally tough Rafa is, has seen him come back from all kinds of deficits. Even at one point said, well, the match is all but over now. But guess what? There's no shot clock in tennis. And if you've got the will to come back, you can. So remember that, whether you're up or down, no lead is safe. You can come back if you're way down. And if you're way up, you cannot take your foot off the gas. You gotta keep focused. You can't think that the match is over before you're shaking hands. Remember that. No lead is safe in tennis. So go out there, stay focused from the first point to the last point. That's who wins the matches. Okay, so if you're watching this video and you still have not given it a like, come on now. Now all of a sudden, my buddy B2 is getting upset, and he might not give you 100 free B2 puppy kisses, but if you like this video right now, he still will do it. He just told me. Okay, lucky number 7. And some of you are gonna love this, and some of you guys are not gonna love this. No one can hit the shot for you. You've got to hit the shot yourself. That's the beauty and the nightmare of tennis. You know, think about a lot of other sports. In basketball, if you're too nervous to shoot, you can pass it off to your teammate and they can take the shot for you. You know, Dennis Rodman made a living off of just rebounding. He's a millionaire just based off of just getting the ball. He didn't really shoot much. In tennis, you've got to take the shots. You got to make the shots. It's all on your racket. So remember that. And why that's so important is because you're going to take tons of shots and you're going to make a lot and you're going to miss a lot. But the best advice I can give you is to be your own best friend, okay? And keep telling yourself to keep shooting. The next one's going to go in. All right, hopefully you enjoyed these 7 uncomfortable truths. Hopefully they helped you. If they did, again, remember, give this video a big thumbs up, a big like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And comment below. Let me know what uncomfortable truth most spoke to you. What are you going to work on in your game? This is Pete from Crunch Time Coaches signing off. See you guys on the next video.